Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, AF1 is back. Today, Josh Brooks wasn't able to commentate the race, so I will have an honor to commentate this amazing racing round of AF1 of its 8th season at Istanbul Park. And we are starting qualifying right now with the new car, Renault R25. I will just slightly adjust the sound, so everything should be heard. Okay, so everybody I think can hear me, right? I need just a confirmation from the chat. It's been a while since I streamed by myself. Hello? Hello? Okay, it's working. Yeah. Okay, so everybody's just starting the outlap. We have current champion of a previous season, Jack Oliver, who is starting the lap first. Istanbul Park is really interesting track. It has this iconic turn 8, which we are going to see in a moment. It's a section of quite fast corners where you really need to nail the angle. So we might see a lot of action here. Okay, so we are on board with Jack Oliver. He is going to the iconic turn 8, which is consisted of 4 mini corners. Very fast corner, going to the inside. Then he is progressing to the ninth corner, braking a little bit later than 100, going a little on the curb. Progressing to the next corner, corner 11, which is flat out. Full flat, uphill. Very long straight, going to the 12th corner. Again, braking a little around 70 meters. A little slow exit to gain the speed on the main straight. And then he is progressing to end the lap. He established 124, which I think is a pretty fast time. Jens Petsma is 2/10 slower than Jack. Then there's Daniel Wolf, 2 seconds slower. Actually, Mattia Suriano is on the 3rd place with 125.970. Martin Beauty improved to P3 at the moment with 125.40. Then Riley is improving to P5. Matti Lebig, meanwhile, is finishing his outlap, so we might see him, I think, in the top 10 in a moment. Just switch the camera. Daniel Wolf is losing almost a second to P7, which is interesting. So Jack Oliver at the moment is one of the fastest driver, although Jens Betsma is improving to 2/10, being slower by 2/10, almost 3/10. Charles is in this season. He's pretty. In the last season, I mean, he was pretty fast. In this season, he's probably showing the same speed as he has in the previous season. So right now he is visibly slower than Jack, but at the same time, I think he's one of the fastest driver here. Jag and Jens, they are probably on another league. I think they are pretty fast, pretty consistent. They rather do any mistakes, so I think they will finish this race on top. Although we might see some interesting collisions or pit stop strategies, so everything can change. But I think pace-wise, they are the best drivers over here. Meanwhile, Rubber improved to P6, and I'll be back in a second. Coming back to the commentary, as I have a cat which is don't understanding that I'm commentating, so he wanted to have some food. But I'm back. Thank you, Lipsis, for subscribing again. It's 11 months of subscribing. Meanwhile, Rubber is on his another lap. He, I think, was... Yeah, Nemanja Popovic did a third time currently in the glorious red goat livery. Inspired, obviously, by Red Bull Sauber Petronas car from the 90s. In the meantime, Ruben Andrade moved to P16. We have some new faces in this season, I think. We have Bulbasaurus Stegosaurus, Bulbasaurus Stegosaurus, I think, also known as Woods Poppin' Jimbo, and also known as Kevin. At the same time, we have Shiny Waffles, which I think is doing his first season, and I don't think his livery is correct. It's first AF1 season, and I don't think his livery is correct, because this is Matty's livery. At the same time, Matty is having his own livery, which is interesting. And he touched a little bit of grass, which probably slowed him a few tenths on the straight, which is not really good. He is currently P16. Let's look who is improving. We've got Alberto White, who came back after his short break from AF community. He is driving glorious Ferrari livery from 70s, the Lauda one. Touching a bit of curbs, going to the inside. Keeping the speed, touching a little bit of AstroTurf. Braking around the same as Jack did, although touching the curb on the inside kinda unsettled the car, I think. He touched a little bit of grass there. Going uphill to the 12th corner. Slower exit. Oh, losing a lot of speed. Okay, this lap is wasted. He is not going to improve this lap. He lost a lot of time on this inside curb, which unsettled the car, and he lost all the momentum. Yeah, he is still where he was before. Meanwhile, we have Miguel Soto in the Glickenhaus livery. Very similar to Alberto's one, as it is a case with red and white liveries. Although Alberto's one is Ferrari one, this one is inspired by Glickenhaus cars, which were driven in this year Le Mans, which I think is already a classic livery. Some traffic on the last sector. Okay, meanwhile, let's move to Jack Oliver, who seems to be improving, although Jens Betsma managed to be faster than him. I will just change some settings. I still have a lot of mess after VLN, So instead of maybe it is not showing me the exact time, sadly. Although, yeah, times. Yes, now it works. Now it works. So I'll be back in a second. I have problems with my cat, which is being very impatient, and he wants something from me, which I don't understand. This is not how I want to how I want to stream this race, but some circumstances are like above my will. I'll be back in a second. Okay, streamer is back. I'm sorry if I missed something. Yeah. No. I'm not sleeping. I'm just like, I had a trouble with my cat, which wanted to drink some water, but I'm back. I can, I can stream in a with a peace, without the problems, without any disturbing for now, I think, because he is, I think, now happy. So coming back to the stream, Jens Betsma managed to have time being 1 minute 24 seconds, 622 thousands. Then there's Nemanja Popovic, who, oh no, it's P5 actually. Coming back to P2, there's Jack Oliver, who is slightly slower. It's only 0, 4, 0, yeah, 0.40 milliseconds. Then there's Alberto White, who is 3/10 slower. So this is it what I was saying. Those two are having such a good margin over the others, and I don't think some people will improve as they are on the last lap, I think. Yeah. Let's move to... No, not to this one, to sectors. Yeah, Alberto White is on his outlap, so he might improve. This is my first time streaming the qualifying in AF1 format, so I need to learn a lot. Although... Oh, Alberto messed up. Alberto messed up. No improvement from him. Meanwhile, Joao Vicente Guerra is scoring P3 with his last lap. Very good lap from him. Alberto is not going to improve. Jack Olivier stays where he was. He's not improving. Jens Betsma is doing his last lap, but I think there's no improvement as we can see on the sectors. Martin Beauty is doing his last lap. But he is losing it again! Oh my god. The commentator curse is, of course, present. We are on board, actually, with the chase camera with Matti Leiberg. He's just going to the last corner. No improvement from him. I think Pingo Quinn, yeah, Pingo Quinn is finishing his lap. Do we see any improvement in the sectors? It would be nice if the game showed us the sectors though. But I don't think he will improve. No, he stays where he was. So the order of the drivers is Jens Betsma, then Jake Olivier, then Joao Vicente Guerra with his very good lap, which put him into P3. Last lap Joao. Then there's Alberto White, Rubber, Charles Bertrand, Nemanja Popovic, Martin Beauty, Mattia Suriano, Vivolves, Pingo Quinn, Ruben Andrade. Who wants to kick Vivolves? No, that's not kicking Vivolves right now. In favor of 3%. Then there's Miguel Soto, Riley, Bobby Stegosaurus in his debut, scoring P15 in qualifying. Then there's Vipropofol, Matti Leiberg with very meh P17. Although he might have some pace in the race, I hope so, because you know, he's pretty good driver and he deserves some good results. As Daniel Wolf too. Jake Feimster is P19. I almost said Jack, but he's Jake. Roman Nash behind him. They are not driving Renault. They were supposed to have, I think, BAR, Honda livery and Williams livery, but they didn't work for some reason. There is Lucas Weber, Trader Joe, Thomas Cameron, Miguel Costa, Mario Fonseca in Shiny Waffles. I'm sorry that I skipped the back markers, but fight for the top was quite interesting. If I will have enough time, I will prepare. Okay, 1 minute. I might try to do driver of the day vote. Yeah. I hope that I will manage to do that. Maybe hopefully there will be a safety car or something, so we'll be able to pull everything together. So we will have the proper voting, which I really hope we will have. 40 seconds. Yeah, I might do it on time. Who will crash first or spin first? We have some new faces like Shiny Waffles and Bobby Stegosaurus. They might not be aware how racing in open wheelers can be. I mean, they can know that, but at the same time, like in AF1, it's very nervous. I think during the starts and stuff like this, so it can be different than in AF3, for example. Okay, we are on the grid. I will move again my glorious camera. So again, Jens Betsma on pole position for, I think, another time. Helmet is not working for some reason, but they have very glorious helmets. That I can assure. I don't know why they are not loaded on the server, but they were supposed to be working. Alberto, though, has custom helmet. This is newer helmet from 2016. There's Rubber, Trabatron. Some helmets are not working for some reason. Nemanja Popovic with a default helmet. Martin Beauty. Mattia Suriano. Vivolves. Pingu Queen, Ruben Andrade, Miguel Soto, Riley, Bobby Stegosaurus with Ferns livery and El Salvador helmet. There's Vipropofol, Matty Labiak, Daniel Wolf, Jake Filmster, Roman Nash, Lucas Weber, Trader Joe, Thomas Cameron, Miguel Costa, Mario Fonseca, Shiny Waffles, and myself. And also, I think Lipsis is being a race control and he is already in the pit lane. I will not forget about going to the pit lane. Although, the start is very, very soon. In 20 seconds, we will begin our first race of the 8th season. I will probably move here. Six lights out soon. And let the show begin! Jens Betsma with a very lighting start, although they are progressing to the second corner. Alberto is spinning, he took out Joao! We have a demise! 8 cars, 8 cars out of the track. Even more, like 10 cars. Safety car, safety car. I think. What is going on? This is safety car. Why they are like slowing down? This is a huge mess here. I'm going to the pits right now. We can use the safety car moment. What was that? What was even that? I don't understand. Like, Alberto lost the traction, I think. He spun, and he took out Joao, which caused the whole... caused the whole mess. Let's move to gaps, positions, maybe. Progress, yes. Daniel Wolf got 10 positions in this mess. Miguel Costa, 12 positions. Meanwhile, Joao Vicente Guerra and Alberto White, they lost both 11 positions. Martin Beauty fell to 14th place. Then there's Daniel Wolf with a very, very lucky start from P18 to P8. Very, very good start from him. Shabbatron got 3 positions and now he is endangering Jack Oliver and Jens Betsma. I mean, those two, I think, will have very good restart, as they always do, and they will pull off easily from them. But if something will not work, Shabbatron can have a chance to fight for higher positions. Although, behind him is Nemanja Popovic, his teammate from the Red Goat Racing. And we might see incoming demise. I think the whole pack is together, so we might see the green flag soon. I will just move to myself for a moment just to see if... No, I can see myself, but... Yeah. Okay, this is working. I managed to not break anything. I think they are accelerating. Yes, we are under green flag. Again. Daniel Wolf managed to... Oh my god! He spun! Daniel Wolf spun! He managed to get 1 position, but he spun. He was in the contact with, I think... Was it Vivolves? Or Andrade? Matty Labiak, meanwhile, is attacking for the position. Is going very aggressive to the inside. Breaking a bit late. Closing a door for Vivolves. Meanwhile, Joao Vicente Guerra is dropping farther to the back. Moving to the... There's something wrong with Vivolves. Yeah, Vivolves span. Roman Nash is just pulling away. Alberto White is... I think regaining some of the lost places as he is now P10, so he regained 4 positions. I will move to wait, the second gaps. It will be easier to see. Jack Oliver is meanwhile very close to Jens Betsma. almost 2/10 behind, I think, after this corner. No. It is 4/10 for the whole section. Ah, okay, Virtual Mirror is forced by a server, so I was trying to just turn it off. Meanwhile, Miguel Costa had some accident in his span. Coming back to the rest of the drivers. Let's move from the gaps to intervals, so it will be easier to see the fight. Mattia Suriano is very close to the rubber 9. And I think he will be going for the move in this lap, as they are very, very close. Is it this corner? Going to the inside, having the better exit, I think. No, he is not. Rubber is pulling away. Meanwhile, Mario Fonseca is being overtaken by Martin Beauty. They're going very aggressive on the AstroTurf. Mattia Suriano managed to overtake... Oh! Rubber, but Rubber did a very, very aggressive dive bump. He managed to get the position in the previous corner, but then he lost all the speed. Mattia Suriano is moving to P5. Meanwhile, Nemanja Popovic managed to overtake Charles Bertrand, and he is still in a quite reasonable distance from Jack and Jens. So they might have some fight. Meanwhile, Fonseca is losing position. So João Vicente Guerra is trying to... Oh, Alberto had another incident. Daniel Wolf had another incident. This is crazy. Pingo is losing a position for Alberto White. He's going very, very slow. Do we have any fights? Pretty close fights? Yes. Jack Oliver is still following Jens Betsma. It's 5/10 now. Bobby Stegosaurus is going very, very wide on the grass, but he managed to keep the car under the control. He's having very good debut. He's P10 right now. We have 4 laps in the race, and he managed to go to P10 from P15. Meanwhile, Mattia Suriano is doing his charge. He's charging for the P4. He's very close to Charles Bertrand, which seems to be slowing down a little bit. He is right now 2 seconds away from his teammate. Then we are seeing very close pack of Pingu Queen, V-Wolves, Mario Fonseca. V-Wolves going to the inside. First corner, getting the position. Very, very good clean overtake. Going close to the Fonseca, who is P14 right now. Keeping the speed. Going very wide in this corner, but he wasn't able to catch Fonseca. Right now, he might be thinking, this is my opportunity. I will try to get him in this corner. Breaking late. Going to the inside. Sweeping him on the outside line. And he did it and done that. V-Wolves is moving to P14. Fonseca is still very close to him. Meanwhile, Mattia Suriano is getting closer to Charles Bertrand, who is right now P3. And something happened to Jack Olivier, which I managed to skip, which I'm really sorry. I was too focused and I didn't saw that. Jack Olivier right now is P7. He must have spun. As Nemanja Popovic is P2. He's 2.5 seconds behind Jens. This is a very good start for the Red Goat Racing. Although Mattia Suriano is following the Charles Bertrand. Meanwhile, Matti Leibig is losing the position as Martin Beauty is has overtook him a while ago. Then we are with Daniel Wolf on board, chasing Alberto White for P12. He seems to have a lot of confidence in those corners, so he might catch Alberto soon. Although Joao Vicente Guerra is getting closer and closer to what he has lost, he now needs to get 7 positions to come back to P3, which was the position he qualified. Although he seems to have a really good pace. He's chasing Bulbasaur Stegosaurus, who moved to P9 at this time. Charbertrand and Mattia Suriano, they're going side by side. Mattia is going, closing the door a little bit, but he left the space just enough to not collide with Charbertrand. Bertrand is on P4, he lost the position, although he will go for the move in this corner. Slowing down in this section, now on throttle. Ruben Andrade is having a fight with Jack Oliver. They are going side by side. But Jack Oliver is moving to the corner. He's committing to this corner, and he overtook Ruben Andrade. Very clean overtake. And he, I think, will be pulling away, as he is one of the fastest drivers right now. This is unfortunate. I don't know what happened to him, to be honest. And I probably will ask him in the interview after the race, because I'm really curious and I'm really sorry. Meanwhile, Miguel Soto disconnected from the server. This is unfortunate for him. He is continuing his saga of not finishing AF1 races. Meanwhile, Charbertrand is... Oh, he didn't spin. I thought he was very close to spinning, but he seems to have very good control over the car. He's right behind Mattia Suriano. I was going to say Mattia Binotto, but this is not Grande Strategia. Jack Oliver moved to P6, I think, and Vicente Guerra to P9. Meanwhile, Vipropopol and Costa had some small fights, but we'll come back to Bertrand and Suriano. Vicente Guerra is dropping. He is on the runoff. He must have some incident. I don't know if it was a crash or he just spun, which seems to be very easy in those cars. Meanwhile, we are coming back to Charbertrand, which is having very good race right now. He is still very close to Mattia Suriano. Yeah, Mattia might have chances for podium. He's not giving the position that easily for Charbertrand. Now we are looking at two teammates being very close together, and I think not having very good race as not this progress. As Joao lost 10 places, Daniel Wolf's got 4 positions, so it's not that bad actually. Vipropopol lost 6 positions, and meanwhile we are on board with Jack Oliver, who lost 4 positions. Unfortunate for him. He was P2 in a second. Meanwhile, Jens Betsma is pulling away with a quite good margin. Oh, this is very scary. And they are getting to the lapped cars. He lapped Lucas Weber, which is on the last position. Lucas was reporting that he is not very comfortable with the car. He felt like he might not participating in the race at all, as he felt terrible with controlling the car and flat spotting the tires. Meanwhile, Riley is very, very close to Pingo Queen and Daniel Wolf. They are having their own personal small fight, as we probably has with Thomas Cameron. He managed to do very, very clean overtake. Although Cameron is very close, and he might try to attack for the next close opportunity. Meanwhile, Rubber is going side by side with some car, but I think it was the lapped car. Was I sure? No! Rubber managed to, I think, defend from the Jack Oliver. Although he went a little bit wide, which is unfortunate as Jack Oliver is getting closer and closer to him. Two drivers affiliated with Maca branding. It might be a very interesting fight as there are friends and also enemies on the track. I think no sentiments on the track, so they will be fighting very, very tough. Although Rubber is getting involved into traffic as Lucas Weber, left car, is slowing him down slightly, I think. Although he is keeping into in the slipstream, which is good. Riley managed to overtake Daniel Wolf for the P16. That was clean blue flag procedure, I think. Rubber is very close to Charles Bertrand, who is not having the greatest time right now, as he has not only Rubber on his back, but also Jack Oliver, who is very thirsty for this P2 he has lost. Meanwhile, Joao Vicente Guerra is quite close to Beebles, and we will come back to this fight, although Rubber will go for the move on Charles Bertrand, I'm pretty sure. Progressing to the 7th corner, going to the sequence of corners, so the actual corner 8. He seems to have some problems, slowing a little bit. Charles Bertrand is pulling away, but Jag is getting closer and closer. It's only 6 tenths right now. Going to the very fast comeback on the throttle. Will he brake a little bit late on the last corner? We might see. He seems to have really good speed, really good momentum right now. Braking where he is usually braking. He is very, very close to the whole pack. Although Matias Suriano is pitting, he's the first car in the pit lane. As we are 12 laps in the race. Meanwhile, Rubber is pushing for Charles Bertrand, who is seeing Jake Fimster on the 24th position. Fimster, as being a lap car, might cause some problems, but Rubber lost some. I wonder if there was like inter-team orders. I don't think so, but Rubber seems to going very wide and slow in this corner, so Jack Oliver took his position. I'm not saying that they are cooperating in inter-teams, which I don't think is allowed, but knowing that those two are friends, it is looking very, very, very strange, him slowing that down, but I don't think there were any sentiments, as he is going for a move, very, very good speed. Very risky move on the grass, but he managed to keep it. And he will go to the inside, braking a bit late. But Jack is not having the better exit. Although he entered this corner way better. Yeah, Jack played it overly better than Rubber. Meanwhile, Ruben Andrade is getting a position as Martin Beauty is pitting. Okay, so I probably shall show some pit lanes. So pit stops. Who was pitting? Martin Beauty, Mattia Suriano, Joao Vicente Guerra, Daniel Wolf. Also Roman Nash and Jake Fimster and Bulbis Stegosaurus. I think some of the drivers are trying to pit earlier and then capitalize on what they can achieve with the tires. I wonder which tires they have chosen. I probably can see that. Although on the live timing, maybe. Yes. So Jens Betsma, because I forgot, because I'm a dumbass, forgot to say that they started the race on the option tires, I think. The whole top 10 right now. Beauty pitted for the prime tires. And then Pingo Queen and... What was that? What do I just saw? I don't understand. This is quite chaotic, I would say. Coming back to Shabatron, who is currently P2 as Jens Betsma is pitting, I think? Is he pitting? What did I miss? I was just checking the tires. Sorry, Josh, for a very incompetent... No, Josh, Jens pitted. Demania pitted. Mattia Suriano pitted. A lot of drivers pitted. Although Jack didn't. And Charles Patron didn't too. Coming back to the gaps. Charles Patron is going for the move on Jack Oliver. Which is... No, they are pitting. I thought he might try, but they are going to the pits. Who will be faster? There is also another car in the pit lane, which is Rubber 9. I think Jack will come out of the pit lane faster. But with a small margin. Shabbatron was almost overtaking Jack Oliver in the pits. Almost. I think the tires are quite not hot yet, as he had a little bit of slip. Riley is in the pit lane right now. Okay, not the gaps, the intervals, I think. It will show us. Okay, V-Propofol and Trader Joe are in the pit lane. Fonseca is having small fight with Shiny Waffles. As he goes to the inside, and he kept the position, he goes to the inside, and he is at the back of Daniel Wolf. Then there's Martin Beauty, who is on the tail of Ruben Andrade. If you will pardon me, I will play the autocam for a while, as there's Matty Lebiak overtaking Bulbasaur Stegosaurus, and I will prepare the driver of the day, okay? I usually do it by myself, but and Josh is commentating, but since I am doing both, I wasn't able to prepare everything at all. The driver of the day will be released soon, so I might focus on the stream pretty fast. Thomas Cameron, Trader Joe, Lucas Weber, almost done. We are half in the race. AF1, race 1, season 9, 8, season 8, Istanbul Park. Yeah. Oh no, unexpected error, why? I will try to do it again. Ah, it's frustrating. Okay, the driver of the day voting won't be able. The site is not working. Sadly. Meanwhile, Pingu Queen is overtaking Rubber 9. I was trying to have the most proper stream. Although Rubber 9 is on the inside, he seems to not be stopping. And he overtook Pingu Queen. Rubber is moving to P6 right now, which is very good result. Meanwhile, Jens is back on P1. Then there's Mattias Suriano on the second position, which is very good result for this man. Bravo, bravissimo, Italian boy. Then there is Jack Oliver on the P3 with 6 seconds to Mattias Suriano as he's approaching lapped cars. Although Nemanja Popovic is not giving an easy job to Charles Bertrand as they are fighting. And I think, yeah, I think team orders. I think it was team orders as Charles just let him to keep the position. Okay, so Nemanja seems to have better pace and Charles just let him go. Very good move. They might have very good result for the team. Although, about very good results, we are on board with Pingu Queen and Rubber 9, which are fighting for P6 in a very intense battle. And I think they managed to have some progress, yes. Pingu got 4 positions and now he's fighting for P6, Rubber lost 1 position. Mattias Suriano is currently on P2 with 7 positions gained. He had some lag on the start. Trader Joe is P15 with 7 positions gained. Were everybody pitting? No, Thomas Cameron wasn't, so this is why he's so on a good position. Also, Pingu wasn't pitting. Interesting strategy from those two. Although Nemanja Popovic is right behind Pingu Queen as he dropped. What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm terrible today with showing stuff. Although Nemanja just dropped to P7 and Charles Bertrand is right now P4. This is not really good. Did he spin? I did. I wish I've seen some like stuff like this that people are just losing position. I didn't notice. Although Nemanja and Pingu Queen are having wheel by wheel, bumper to bumper fights, and Pingu Queen is pitting right now. Pingu Queen is pitting. I'll look at the chat for a short while. There is an option to show the current compound, you say? Ah, yes. Okay. So I'm pretty sorry, I'm just like discovering all the stuff. So now we see what tires our drivers using. Mattia Suriano is using option tires, which are lasting quite shorter. But I think since he pitted, I don't know if we can pit here for the same mix of tires. I don't really know. I think you can pit twice for the same. Like, you can go on the option tires and choose option tires, although they last way slower. Okay, moving back and also changing gaps to intervals. We are on board with Alberto White moving close to Ruben Andrade. Alberto, after a horrible incident in turn 1, lap 1, he is slowly recovering. But he will never achieve, I think, because there's only 9 laps to the end, he will probably never achieve what he would if he didn't spin. Although, you never know with this type of races. Maybe we will see some shunt with the lapped cars or something, and then the safety car will be called, which doesn't happen, I think, very often in any of those races here. I don't remember the situation, although, you know, never say never. And talking about Alberto, he is very close, touching a little bit of grass on turn 8, and moving, braking on 70, going to the inside, early throttle. He seems to have better exit. His speed is very impressive. Yes, he's very close to Ruben Andrade. He probably is thinking I will go a little bit slower, but the exit is what matters. Going to the inside. No, he will still keep behind him in the slipstream. Yeah, again move to the inside, I think. Oh, Shiny Waffles! Shiny Waffles slowed down Ruben Andrade. This is unfortunate, as Alberto White is using the occasion and he got the position. Ruben had some contact with a lapped car. This is what I was saying. This is the view of Shiny Waffles. He is still learning. This is no hard feelings or anything. He still has a lot to learn, I guess, in those cars, which are pretty hard to control, pretty hard to race. Also, the blue flags procedures and moving in those cars is quite different than in other classes. Some backmarkers are saying that we don't show their fights, so I'm showing the battle for P20 between Thomas Cameron and Mario Fonseca. Although, Mattia Suriano is in another pit. I think he's pitting for the primes. He was on the option tires. I don't understand his strategy. It's like 7 laps. Is he going to Do have better place than others? Going for a two-stopper? Or he wasn't pitting for the tires at all and he was only changing flow. But I'm sure they were all on the options at the beginning. Maybe he was just refueling. I need to... Like, if I will be ever commentating another race, I probably will know what to look at. Right now I'm just like learning. I'm sorry that this is nowhere near to Josh's commentary level. Although I will try to give as many emotions as I can, as Nemanja Popovic is going for the move on Mattia Suriano, who is on the fresher tires, I think. So they are still not in the right temperature. I mean, no, it's not Mattia, it's rubber. I'm sorry. This is what I was saying. Those two liveries are so close. Mattia is way behind them. But... Oh, they collided! Nemanja Popovic collided with rubber. Nemanja is full sportsmanship. No, he was trying to do full sportsmanship behavior and reverse a little bit to give the space rubber to recover. But he hit the Thomas Cameron lapped car, and then the whole pack is just getting them. Although he let rubber keep the position, which is very good from him. He's really good person in terms of like apologizing for his mistakes. This is what I was going to say. At the same time, Ruben Andrade is using the occasion of the shunt, which might destroy the tires of those two. And he is going for this P6. This is only chance. 6 laps to go. He will do everything to do that. Meanwhile, because I haven't mentioned this gentleman for a long time, Jens Betsman is just pulling away. It's like 12 seconds from Jack Oliver, who got P2 because this is Jack Oliver. And he, even if he had some troubles at the beginning, he's back. Although there's Charles Bertrand, who is still keeping to his P3. There's probably no chance that he will go for P2. 10 seconds is quite a lot. But he has very safe margin to Mattia Suriano. Although we are in some interesting queue of cars. I think so. Yeah, that was the lap car. The plus 5 seconds racing. Okay. And this is Alberto White going for Mattia Suriano, his teammate. I think Mattia will try to keep the position. He has the fresher tires, probably more fuel. Although Alberto seems to have really good pace. I don't know what is going on right now, to be honest. And then we've got Nemanja Popovic moving on Ruben Andrade. After his unfortunate collision with rubber. Talking about unfortunate races, we are on board with Matti Leiberg, who is having the race without any history. He is P12, 12 seconds to anyone, 1 second away from Vivolves. And Mattia Suriano is having a fight with his teammate. 2 Italians side by side in Ferrari cars. I hope that it won't, it won't finish as Brazil 2019 between Leclerc and Vettel. They are not giving up, they are fighting. This is interesting, seeing 2 Ferraris at front fighting. What is this? Oh, he went a little bit wide, but he is still keeping the momentum, going to the inside as much as he can. Alberto is letting him go. Okay, so team orders have been executed. Mattia is faster car. Mattia having P4. Alberto behind 3/10. They might see if Mattia will pull off. If not, they will probably switch places again. There's Riley. with Maka Toyota. I want to see this car on Interlagos, and I'll be saying, "Is that Riley? Is that Riley over there? It's slowing down." No, no. And then there is Pingu Queen attacking Martin, Martin Beauty on P10. They're very close together. Mattia Suriano is pulling away from Alberto. Jack Oliver is having 12 seconds advantage over Charles. And today inside, just enough of speed. He just needs enough of speed. They are very close together in the slipstream. Pingu will do a move on the next corner. I'm 100% sure. Going to the outside, taking the apex. Not this time. Martin was very smart to stay on the apex, but Pingu had a little bit more speed. They are going very, very close to the inside, but a little bit late on throttle. Yes, Martin Beauty is capitalizing on Pingu losing all the speed there. But Pingu is not giving up. He's just going. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. What can he lose? So to whoever might not be in the beginning of the race, we had one big safety car at the beginning. We had the shunt over like 10 cars going off the track. It was caused by Alberto White spinning, and he is having glorious race coming back to P5 right now. He is very close to his teammate, and is that rubber going wide? It is. Meanwhile, Pingu is on the on the runoff. He might go for the move, but it didn't work. Alberto and Mattia Suriano, they are just classic fight between teammates, but Mattia Suriano lost the traction. He just spun, and then he had the collision with rubber. No, the collision was like a little tap, but then it could end very, very bad for those two. I'm glad that it didn't. They are very, very close together. I will move to rubber, as he is still very close to those two. I started saying that Alberto is doing very, very good comeback in this race, and then him and his teammate were having some a little bit, but you know, but it's still a clash. Like Mattia just like lost traction for a while. There is rubber behind. There's another car. It's Nemanja Popovic joining the party. It's the only... Yeah, it's the last lap. It's the last lap to go. And there are whole... and there's a whole pack of drivers fighting for the position. I'm just losing my tongue seeing how close they are. Because... You know... This is last lap. One mistake and... Rubber can get 2 positions. Nemanja can get 3 positions. You never know. You never know what how close it is. Oh! And this is it. Mattia Suriano is spinning on the last lap. Oh! This is what I was saying. Commentators cares. He just went off. Nemanja Popovic is P6 on the last lap. Final lap. They are going to... Oh! Not like this. Meanwhile, Matti Leibeck is losing the position to Vivos. I don't know what happened there. He had like 12 seconds advantage. He must have had some like spin or something. Nemanja Popovic is trying to get this position from rubber, as this is his only chance, I think. Thank you, Hocken Boldo1, for following. Nice to see you here. Yeah, Ferrari style, yes. And also my voice is again going lower. I missed that. Pingo Queen is going for the 10th position with Martin Beauty. That's slow section. Are they going to... Yes, this is next lap. I said last lap, but this is... They are going for another lap. Nemanja Popovic is getting closer to rubber in this section. It's only 8 tenths, so it might change. Pingo Queen is P11 at the moment. Half of a second to Martin Beauty. And he will do anything to get the position. You know, last shot. Meanwhile, Matti Leiberg is having his fight with Trader Joe. And Vivolves? Yeah, in Vivolves, yeah. Trader Joe is 3 seconds behind, so it's not a fighter. João Vicente Guerra is going for the move on Roman Andrade. To the outside. Breaking a little bit late. Around 60. He seems to have better braking there. They collided on the last lap. Roman Andrade is just getting the P8. He is getting P8. Oh no. Not like this, not like this. Meanwhile, Pingo Queen didn't manage to get P11. Yeah, classic me. And what is going on with Filmster? I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile, Matti Leiberg is not going to overtake Vivolves. So this is the winner. Jens Betsma, then Jack Olivier, then Charles Petron. Then there was Alberto White. Very glorious comeback. And then we've got Rubber, Nemanja Popovic, sadly Mattia Suriano on P7. That was one hell of a race. I think the driver of the day is sure Alberto White. This guy is awesome. This guy is awesome. Coming back from like P14 to P4. From P3, spinning in the first corner. Ah, that was crazy. That was freaking crazy. Okay, so I think, you know, interviews. Because we all want some interviews. Let me just remember who was in what order. So I might not forget about it. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was, the ending was mad. The ending was mad. So I think I will go. Is Jens still there? Yeah, he is. He is. I cannot move him here. Wait a second. Hello, Jens. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It's interview time. You know that. You did one hell of a job, man, winning the race with a very high margin over like 12 seconds. So I want to congratulate you for such an amazing job. And also,
Thanks.
I would like to ask you, how was the race for you?
I didn't get bored at any time because like the optional stint was really fun. And then in the beginning of the prime stint, there was somebody behind me on the options, which was like 5 seconds behind me, but I had to push because otherwise he would like try to overtake and compromise my race. And after that, basically the primes were as good as the options in the race and could push for fastest lap. So like the last 10 laps were just trying to get a faster lap.
That was very. I could see it on the like time differences. Like you pulled away so far. Like it was 12 seconds advantage over Jack. Jack was also very close to you at the first stage of the race, I think. But then, did he had any troubles in the race? I like skipped.
Yeah,
Did he spun?
I don't know. I don't know if he spun, but he had problems at turn 9.
Okay, because
I don't know what happened.
I've seen him dropping from like P2, I think, to P7, and I managed to skip it because I'm competent streamer. So yeah, but thank you, Jens. Congratulating you again for such a amazing job. That was pleasure to watch. Although I wasn't showing you that match as you were just having very lonely race, I think, from the half of the race, but nevertheless, that was nice to watch. Thank you so much.
You too.
Yeah. It's time for you, Jack. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
So, I was discussing with Jens that you had some problems with turn 9. Although you managed to finish P2 after some problems, and I've seen you dropping to P7 at some point, which I managed to skip on the stream. I don't know why did I miss that, but can you explain us what happened?
Um, well, nothing much happened basically. Like I have this weird glitch with my game when if I leave the window of it and I come back, like FPS are locked at 40 FPS or something.
Uh-huh.
And by error, I did this right before the start.
Oh.
So I couldn't leave and join again. So basically, I was stuck with it. And like once you get used to it, it's fine. But for the first like 10 minutes, it's a bit like it's like if you were on something great and all of a sudden it's like shitty. So like the first few laps, I wasn't comfortable at all. So I just lost it on by my own basically at exit of turn 8. Because like if you hit the curbs on the long on the right of turn 8, like you lose grip, and as the rear of the car is slightly wider than the front, like your right rear tire can
Mhm.
like get caught on the curb and lose grip, and then you just spin. So I kind of spun. I caught it, but I was off track, and then the bump sent me sliding because there's a slight bump after turn 8.
Ah,
So yeah,
yeah.
it just I wasn't quite used to my game problem yet, and I just lost it by myself.
But
So
you still did an amazing job coming back to P2 with such I would say, unfortunate, hardware problem.
well,
And
it's my fault, so I'm
yeah,
the only one
but
to
it's
blame.
still
But
like hardware problem, like it's sometimes it's your fault. You can always say, "Oh, having not very good PC is my fault," and stuff like this, So
yeah,
this is just unfortunate, but I'm still happy that you managed to keep the P2,
thank you.
and it was like very very I would say. Like it was calm since you like got P2, then you were like going with a high advantage over Charbetron. It was like 10 seconds, I think. So it was very, very endangered position, I think. Although there were some Ferraris fighting very, very wheel to wheel at the last lap, and I was just going mad.
Well,
You
wait, I
need you
was I
need
was
to
far from Jens, so yeah.
yeah, you need to watch the end of the stream.
Okay,
That
okay,
was
I will.
absolutely crazy. I was going nuts. I went like full Josh there. I was like saying sorry that I'm not on the level of Josh, and then I just activated myself
No, I'm
because
sure you're doing great.
yeah,
Don't
the Vin Diesel level, because
worry.
they were just went very very uh full Zbinala. Okay, thank you, Jack. I'll be moving you back to the channel.
Yeah,
I've-
thanks to you, man.
yeah, thank you. I think Shabatron doesn't have microphone, Alberto, also, but I will take Mattia Suriano. Oh, he left. He left. Did he left? Oh, he is. Mattia, hello. Can you? I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah. Hello. This is interview time. I want to ask you what happened on the last lap. As you seem to have very great race. You are very close to the podium. Then you had the pit stop at the end, but then you had very very good pace for P4, and then we saw you spinning.
Yeah, the answer is simply I simply messed up. So I made only one mistake at last lap, and it costs very much. like I wouldn't say a podium, but an easy fourth position. Yeah, I tried to do something different because before the race, I thought everyone went could go on 2 pit stops,
Mhm.
while in the race, actually, everyone
Went
went
for one.
on, yeah, for one.
And
So I tried something different because my pace on Prime's tire, the hardest tire,
mhm.
was horrible. So I tried to
Start with option
extend,
and then to go to primes, right?
yeah, try to extend the option stint.
That was great. You seem to have very good pace. That was absolutely crazy to see the situation on the like last laps of the stream. I was going nuts. I was going full nuts. You need to watch the stream. I was like, it's my first AF1 stream. I was just getting a little bit slowly confident with like commentating this type of like the, I would say that the highest, the best type of racing we have here. And
Okay,
then
so
all
did you
over the
get
sudden,
already Josh attitude?
yeah, I went like full George. My voice went very low. I was like this is like Jack said, full Vin Diesel style. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, it wasn't very high finish. Although you had very great race, and you need to be proud of yourself because that was amazing to watch. Even if the last incident was, not very fortunate, the people on the chat were like, "Oh, he managed to do Spinal on the last lap. This is full Ferrari style."
No.
Yeah, and your fight with Alberto, that was exciting.
Wait, actually, I got cursed by you, or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was.
oh my, why you must do this? I mean, there
I
are
I am
26
Polish.
people
I
on
bring.
the race.
I Yeah. I'm Polish. I just bring misfortune over people wherever I just go. Yeah, that was interesting to see. Like grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari. It was nice to see you both. Alberto did one of a hell of a race. He managed to go to P4 after his spinning at the beginning. That was amazing. That
Ah,
was.
was he the spinner there?
Yeah, he spun on the first corner. He was like P3, I think, or P3. He spun. He collected Joao Guerra, and then he managed to come back like from P14 or P12,
Yeah,
I
so
think.
yeah, I must say actually sorry to him because due to team orders, actually we messed up because he was on the longest stint, so I thought I had a better pace, but actually I had a terrible pace on the primes.
Yeah, we
So
noticed.
the first time he let me go. The second time I let him go, and there was some confusing moment there.
Okay, thank you, Mattia, for
Yeah, thank you.
interview. That was a pleasure to hear you. You deserve the coverage today for the interview, as you did hell of a job. That was amazing. That was great, man.
Thank you.
Even if you spun, P7 is good. P7 is okay. You will have your moment of
I hope.
glory in the future. You will. You are Ferrari.
Yeah, thank you. I hope I don't get battled.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying this is close to Brazil 2019. Like, you know, that was close to Ferrari wheel to wheel, but that was nice.
Yeah,
That was nice.
thank you. Thank you also to you to take time to
Don't
screen
worry,
the.
don't worry. I like this.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Ciao. Okay, so I think this is all. There's so many drivers I would like to interview, but I think we don't have enough time to do that. That was nice to cover the stream. I hope that Josh won't be angry with myself replacing him with a lot of losing a lot of time to adjust myself to new formula, stuff like this. Although I hope you enjoyed the end of the stream, because this is where I just started to hype myself. And I enjoyed that one. I hope you enjoyed that one. And before I go, because I always forget, I always forget, but I shouldn't. Let's look at the calendar. What we have in the future. So this week is finished. Although on Monday we will see the stewards meeting. So if anyone wants to see their penalties and stuff like this, you can just come and see the steward meeting, which will be, I think, 18 UTC tomorrow, right? Then what is next? 24th of September, Friday, we will have the AF3 Season 6 Round 6, and it will be Troyton, fictional track, which is consisting part of like Australia's Mount Panorama, then Monaco, and also kind of, I think, Suzuka and Indianapolis banking. So it's a very interesting track. Then we will see AF. Wait. This is. Don't we have any races there? Wait a second. There is a break for AF4, I think. Right? Do we have? Yeah, we have 1 week break on AF4. On AF3, there will be Troyton. Then AF2 is starting 25th of September. We're just gonna have hypercars for the first time. The glorious Toyota, also known as Moyoda. Come and see. I think it will be streamed, or it should be streamed. I will try to stream, or like we will find some streamers. I don't know. Or it will have some highlights. Then there is, I think, yeah, there will be 1 week break from AFX, so no AFX there. So I think it's AF2, and we will be back, yes. 26th of September, AF1 is back at Kialami, South Africa. Some of you probably remember this track. This track was used in the 60s and 70s, I think. In the early 90s, I think also. Although the current configuration was never used in F1 as far as I'm concerned. There are some plans of Kialami to come back to the calendar. So anyway, just to sum everything up. Monday, Stewart stream. Friday, AF3. Saturday, AF2, first race of the season, Silverstone, and then Kialami AF1 on Sunday. On Sunday. So this is it. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. I would like to thank you for staying around. There we had like 16 people or something. I enjoyed streaming. I enjoyed doing that. I hope that you enjoyed that too. I'm glad that I was here to see this amazing race. Yeah, and I hope that Josh won't kill me. Yeah, so thank you all for coming here, for sitting here. I'll be going. Good night, I hope, for most of you, because European time. If some of you will have a day, then good day, and I'll be going. Enjoy the last hours of your weekend, I think. Bye.